Welcome. My name is Penelope Chatterton. Welcome to Awaken the Dream. I have Linda Harmon back with me this week, yoga instructor.
That's right.
So you must tell us everything you know about yoga. I hope they caught your show last week because there was so much that you told us about yourself, and I wonder if we shouldn't, instead of just blasting forth, maybe tell them a little bit about you before we go into the yoga world. You do body work,
That's right.
yoga. Now, I saw something on your website about teaching anatomy, or
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about that.
Okay. Well, I in the course of my teaching career, I've taught massage techniques up at the school I graduated from in Worcester, Bancroft, and I currently teach anatomy to yoga students in the Kind Yoga School, Diane Covanda's school. That's right here in the Cape.
Oh, nice.
So I teach short little pieces on bones and muscles.
What's where?
Yeah. Well, what I do more with anatomy is such a vast subject.
Yeah.
I mean, and always something you can learn more about. And also, for some people, it's intimidating because it's like technical and scientific.
It scared me a little.
Yeah. So what I do is try to make it very user-friendly and to teach people that they already know more than what they think they do. So
No.
I actually have bags full of disarticulated bones
Lovely.
that I bought from an anatomy warehouse.
You ever hear the door slam after you bring those
No,
out?
but I also, funny story, I do have a full skeleton in the back seat of my car because I don't have any other place to put it right now, which from time to time gets me some interested chuckles from the kids at the Dunkin'
But you could also do that, that speed into Boston where you have to have somebody with you.
Exactly, yeah.
You wouldn't get
riding shotgun.
You would need
a little hat on.
Yep.
I'm not sure it would work.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, what I do when I teach is I have the bones separated into 2 legs and hips and 2 arms and shoulders and a spine. And I separate the students in groups of 5 and actually have them put together the skeleton based on how they know their own body.
Oh, interesting.
And some of the students will have had more background in anatomy, so they'll know the names. Others won't.
Yeah.
But what I try to do is to acquaint people with, like, you know more than you do already. Then we get into the names
Yeah.
and the connections and such. And I do the same with muscles. As we talked about last time, we talked about the myofascial continuities.
Yes.
So I bring along bags of scarves, and I'll say, okay, using your own body as reference, create these myofascial continuities, tie them off at the joints, like separate the ankle from the knee with a scarf, tie off the joint, bring it up to the hip, and make these continuities, and then we get into the names.
Oh, very good.
So because I found
You color-coded the body.
Yeah, and in teaching yoga, there's a value to knowing the names of the muscles,
Yeah.
but there's more value in knowing how things are connected.
Yeah. Or that they are connected.
That's right. And your students a lot of your students aren't necessarily going to know tibialis anterior and quadriceps and all the rest, but they'll know if you say shin and thigh.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? So to make things kind of simple, I think bodies love simplicity in terms of referencing movement.
Yeah.
And whatever we know in terms of the anatomy helps to support that, but I don't think it's the foundation. I think the foundation is knowing how things connect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's one of the really beautiful things yoga does, is teach us how we're connected.
Yeah.
We separate things into parts for our own purposes of learning, but that's not the nature of the body.
Yeah.
The nature of the body is unity
Yeah.
and connectedness.
Yeah. Oneness. Yeah.
That's right.
So yoga really means a lot to you.
I love yoga.
Yeah.
I do. And yoga loves me. It's kind of yoga kind of drew me in.
When you first started it, did you know what you were getting into when you took your first class?
I did not. No. I started it way back when I was getting my master's degree in holistic health, and it was one of the components of one of the projects I put together. And I liked it. I hadn't fallen in love with it yet, but it had fallen in love with me. So over the years, I'd come back to it, and come back to it. And I finally started teaching several years ago over at, it was then in Falmouth, Deborah Babcock's studio, Harmony. And I started teaching there. just very, very gentle classes. I called it Big Mama Yoga.
Cute.
Yeah. And then actually Diane was just starting her teacher certification at that point, so I got certified.
Yeah.
And I teach now in Centerville at the yoga studio there, and I also teach seniors chair yoga at my church in Cotuit.
So you have 2 different classes.
Yes.
One's chair and the other isn't?
That's right.
Oh, good.
The chair yoga, it's open to anyone. It's free of charge. It's for seniors.
Yeah.
And I get, it's mostly ladies who show up. The occasional man will come in and maybe come for a couple of weeks, but it's mostly the senior ladies, and they come out faithfully Monday mornings at 9, and we do our yoga, and then I teach a couple of classes in Centerville, mat classes, beginner level.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what, as you say, it called you, is it how you felt after, and then the difference between not taking it and how you felt? Did you feel the breathing really changed your chemistry, or you felt a little like a different person or more relaxed?
I think it's the breathing. I think it's the sense of connection with my body, that and the mindfulness aspect of it, the pacing of taking a gentle beginner's class and really breathing into things. It teaches you different than, for instance, if you're in an aerobics class and you have to do a certain number of reps and keep up and you're flailing around, and there's really no connectedness.